Imagine trying to park a car that is going 70 miles per hour. The only way to park a car that is going 70 miles per hour is crashing, okay? We don't want to crash out.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Marissa Linnell. If you are not new here, hi and welcome back. If you are new here, I do not know about you here, but I love that for us. On this channel, we talk about all things life, because life is life in the hell out of all of us, and we're going through it together right here, right now on this channel. So if life is life for you and you want to join the party, please be sure to hit the subscribe button. Today, as you can tell, we are talking about things to do after 7 p.m. to enhance your life. Evenings are often seen as time to unwind, right? Which they are. But I've been messing up here because I have always seen evenings as time to unwind, but now I am realizing that they can be a golden opportunity to pour into myself and into my goals. So that's what I've been doing. I am very new into this whole world of motherhood, so I'm still trying to figure out my life, still trying to figure out who I am, right, navigating through this new title of mine. So I've started to kind of just trying to figure out how my routines are going to work for me, because if you are a parent, you know that not every one day looks the same. It really just looks however your child says it will look. So I've been trying to figure out how to pour into myself and how to pour into my goals and aspirations and things like that. So I figured it out. It's using the time after 7 p.m. to do all that. So today I'm going to share some things that I've been doing after 7 p.m. that has honestly have been helping me boost my productivity, just find more balance in my life. So grab your tea, your coffee, your wine, whatever vibe it is that you're on, and let's dive into it. Okay, the first thing that you want to do every night after 7 p.m. is reflect. Reflect on the day, okay? Grabbing a notebook or a journal and writing these things down, or you can just, ask yourself these questions that I'm gonna give you. You can ask them to yourself in your head and answer them in your head. Whichever way you choose to do it, these are the 3 questions that I want you to ask yourself every night. First is, what happened today that I am grateful for? It doesn't always have to be so deep. It can be something small. It can be something big. Whatever it is, whatever you are grateful for, okay? It doesn't matter. The second question is, what steps or actions help move me to my goals, okay? What did you do today that is going to help you get to your goals, okay? Because we know that every small step leads to the bigger goal, okay? The third question is, what can I improve on? You wanna ask yourself, like, what can I improve on? What things that I didn't do today that I could do, or what did I do today that maybe I can enhance on? Just things like that. What can I improve on? Asking and answering these questions are going to help you clear your mind, number one, and they help you strike a balance between gratitude and self-improvement. Next is learn something new. Okay, after 7 p.m. is a great time to learn something new. Just take anywhere from like 20 to 30 minutes, honestly, to learn something new. It doesn't have to be something super, super intense, right, or super extensive. This can look like reading a book. This can look like watching a documentary. This can look like taking an online course, or this can look like watching a YouTube video or a podcast. Me personally, I take the time to either listen to a podcast or listen to a YouTube video. I am really huge on habit stacking, which means, I take a habit and add another one so I can kind of like kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Obviously, every night after 7 p.m., I'm taking a shower. So what I do is 20, 30 minutes I use to take a shower. I'm also using that same time to listen to something, to learn something new. Okay, so it's usually a podcast or YouTube, and usually the topics are going to be something surrounding self-improvement, personal development, growth, something like that. Maybe it's something that I want to learn, like how to, my daughter is 4 months, how to make my own baby food or something. I don't know, but it could be anything, right? If I was somebody who was interested in learning how to enhance my life after 7 p.m., this is the video I would be watching and or listening to while I'm in the shower, okay? Things like that. Investing in your personal growth just adds value to your life over time. Remember, you guys, small, consistent actions help lead to the bigger goal and the bigger changes. Next is disconnect and connect. Okay, you guys, we have got to disconnect. We have got to turn our phones off. I know it's hard, but it is absolutely necessary. You can look at it this way. Imagine trying to park a car that is going 70 miles per hour. It's impossible. That is called a wreck. The only way to park a car that's going 70 miles per hour is crashing, okay? We don't want to crash out, because that is essentially what you're doing. If you are hammering your brain with work and or TikTok or whatever it is that you're doing all the way up until you go to bed, you're crashing out. Do yourself a favor and spend some time with yourself. Put your phone down, turn it on D&D, spend some time with yourself. It could be quiet time, it could be in complete silence, or put some music on and maybe you're journaling or something, or maybe take some time for yourself and watch a show or a movie. When I lived by myself, I did this often. Anytime after about 8:30, This is the time that I would turn my phone on D&D. I would pour a glass of wine. I would pop some popcorn. I would choose a TV show or a movie to turn on. I would dim the lights and I would grab a coloring book and I would color my way through the night. That's how I decompressed. Honestly, coloring, don't knock it until you try it, okay? Is honestly the most decompressing thing that I can think of sometimes. Just make sure you are doing that. Make sure you are disconnecting somehow. Some people I know, they crochet. Whatever it is, let your creative juices flow and just relax. Or if maybe you're somebody who doesn't necessarily live alone, maybe you have a family or maybe you have a roommate or whatever the case is, spend that time to still disconnect and then connect with those that you love. Connect with your household, connect with your loved ones. Again, find a movie you guys can enjoy together or a show, play a game, have meaningful conversations, enjoy dinner together, whatever it is that you're doing. I personally do all those things, okay? We usually always find a show or a movie to watch every night. We have dinner together every night. We're having conversations every night. On the weekends, we usually play a game, whether that's Uno, Jenga, something like that. We've also invested in some of those card games that like those dating card games where you ask each other questions. We do those. Like, we really spend time to connect with each other and disconnect from the world. Disconnecting and connecting are both vital parts of fulfilling your life. And the evenings are the perfect time to nurture your relationships. Next is prepare your environment. So basically, plan for tomorrow, okay? Now, when I was younger, my mother used to always do this, okay? Like, she would spend her nights preparing for the next day. She would take out her clothes, iron her clothes, iron our clothes. Everything would be laid out. She would clean before the next morning. And I never really paid attention to it or realized what she was doing until now. Now that I'm a mother, I get it. I absolutely get it, okay? A productive day starts the night before. So tidy up your space. Me personally, I always make sure that our kitchen is clean before we go to bed. I do not want dishes in the sink. I tidy up the living room area space that we've been, spending a few hours in, tidy up all the rooms that I can. So that way in the morning when I wake up, everything's already done. And I don't have to stress about coming downstairs and there's dishes in the sink and I have to wash my pump parts that I used before I went to bed because I have to pump now, right? Like, prepare yourself for these things. I also set my clothes out just like my mother did. Now I catch me doing it. I set my clothes out because there's nothing worse than stressing in the morning, trying to be a productive person, but then not having the time to actually fulfill those productions. Me setting out my clothes the night before, planning what I'm going to wear, I'm able to just honestly get up, brush my teeth, wash my face, comb my hair, throw the clothes on, and I can be ready for the day. Instead of me taking 10, 15 minutes to try to find something decent to wear throughout the day. Even though I do work from home, I really don't go nowhere, but I am a true believer of getting dressed every day. So I get dressed every day. And so I'm always making sure to plan my outfits. My main goal here is just to make sure everything is in order. Doing this helps reduce the stress in the morning and just sets for a positive day. Also, take the time to note your top 3 to-dos, okay? Make a to-do list. Your to-do list may not always look extensive or even important, okay? But these lists are important. Make sure on these lists you are writing everything, the big things, the little things, and everything in between. Like, my list can look so important one day, like go to the DMV, pay for my tags, get my breaks done. Or some days it can literally look so simple, like take a walk. Like, it can really be that simple, okay? But whatever the case is, these are my to-do lists. These are the things that I want to do, and these are the things that I need to do. These lists, I have noticed, help me create a massive momentum for the next day. There is honestly not enough time in the day, you guys. There really just isn't enough time in the day. So I do not have time to wake up in the morning to figure out what all that I need to do, because by the time I gather my thoughts and figure out it is what I need to do, I mean, it's late in the day. Like, you can waste so much time doing that. So go ahead and set yourself up for success and write down your to-do list, no matter how big or small it is, okay? Next is develop an evening ritual. Here, our focus is establishing a ritual that signals to our body when it's time to wind down. So a lot of times people here will say something like self-care, okay? So taking a bath, taking a shower, doing your nighttime skincare routine, doing your meditation, journaling, whatever the case is. Yes, that's all great. That is included in your evening ritual. Another thing that can be an evening ritual is maybe having a nice glass of wine or a hot cup of tea, okay? Like I previously mentioned, I used to have a nice glass of wine before going to bed, and my body would just know it's time to go to bed. Maybe it had a little bit to do with the alcohol, because wine does make you a little bit sleepy, but nonetheless, in my head, that's what my body knew, that when I had some wine, it was time to go to bed. But nowadays, I have been having a nice cup of hot tea. Now, nice, I'm using it loosely here because I really don't like tea. And I've never really been a tea drinker. But once I got pregnant, I decided that I would drink tea for different reasons, to help with labor, or now I'm drinking tea to support my milk supply, things like that. So I have tea every night. And at about 9 o'clock, my body just knows. And it's so crazy because I have paid attention to my body more and more every day. So I'm kind of like just paying attention to how I feel. Once I have my first sip of tea at 9 p.m., I can just feel my body just like relaxing. It's like the tension in it, everything just kind of goes away. I don't know if it's the muscles are just like letting up, but it's a thing, okay? My body knows it's time to wind down. Of course, other things is signaling to my body, especially like I, take showers at certain times, my night skincare routine, things like that. I'm sure it also signifies to my body that it's time to wind down. But the cup of tea is really where it's at. You can just really feel it. So try something, find some kind of rituals that can signal this to your body. The key here is going to be consistency. Try to be really consistent with it. That way your brain will start associating these things with relaxation and rest. What I've noticed is that my evenings have become a very powerful tool for my transformation. And by using my time after 7 p.m. intentionally, I've created a routine that not only enhances my life, but actually brings me closer to my goals. So let me know in the comments which habits that you are going to try, or let us know which habits that you do. What kind of evening rituals do you actually have? I would love to hear about it. I'm always looking to enhance my life and to learn new things. So sound off below if you do have anything to add. That is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. And please be sure you are liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time, smooches.
I won't let no one come and take your place, 'cause the love you give, it can't be replaced.